bite, drink, drink, bite, drink.
Repeat.
Drink,
Repeat.
bite, drink. What is going on, everybody? Welcome to another Fitty Chip's brew review. Except there's something.
Happy to be here today.
There's something very special. This is a chop and brew beer review. You can see Fitty is already gloved up. It can only mean one thing.
I couldn't help myself. I had to get started right away.
We're eating buffalo wings, and we're putting them up against three very different beers to kind of just have a conversation about pairing beer and food. But these beers were curated by Fitty because of the big game.
We got the big game. Don't say those two words.
I was in marketing at a craft brewery. I know the rules. So we have a beer from the home state of each team: Kansas City Chiefs, Philadelphia Eagles. We're talking Victory, Prima Pils, Boulevard Wheat, and then the team that should have made it.
Should have made it.
This is from the hometown of the Vikings.
Right.
St. Paul, Minnesota's Summit Brewing Company. So what we got?
Great regular season team.
Tell us where these wings come from, super quick.
These are from Skinner's in St. Paul here. Best place in town for sandwiches and wings. The only place I go, just meaty and tasty and spiced just right. And Chipper, I eat these for breakfast, lunch, and dinner 7 days a week.
So I decided to be the example with no glove.
Look at that, your hands are messy already.
So I can see how messy things get. I'm going to try to concentrate on one hand, but... So what we want to just do is take this one wing, and I should preface this by saying I was like, hey, Fitty, it's the big game. Let's pair a beer style with three different kinds of wings. Maybe lemon pepper, maybe Szechuan, maybe peanut butter and jelly. He was like, no, buffalo wings all day, all the time. Let's just put three beers against it. So it's a good opportunity to talk about what three very different beers will do. So let's tell me what you think the food tastes like. Like, why do you like this wing?
You know, first and foremost, the spice intensity. Let me tell you. Let me just scratch my head.
Careful around your eyes.
The intensity of it, for me, is just perfect. I think a lot of real wing geeks, this might be a little mild for them.
It's not the hottest, but it's definitely like right there, defining that sauce blend. We looked it up. There's vinegar. Frank's Red Hot is usually the hot sauce of choice, and Worcestershire. Yeah, Worcestershire. So it's got some like tart, some zip, some heat, and some umami, I would say, is kind of what we're going to.
And they're always very meaty.
I like also there's this like texture. It's not like straight up crunchy.
Yeah.
But it's not a smooth, slick wing. It's got a little bit of breading hanging onto it. Big fan of that. So our first beer up, we're going kind of in ascending, I would say, character. So we're starting with Boulevard Wheat. When you taste a wing like this and then have the beer, what happens to both of them?
Chip, is this a hazy IPA? Oh, wait. It's a classic German style.
It's the OG.
That they've been doing for hundreds of years.
So you get this heat, a little bit of spice zip, tartness.
Something it gets the sweetness character in the beer.
Yeah.
And I want to say I'm getting some vinegar character is being accentuated somewhere in here.
Yeah, it's interesting. I think because of the body of this beer, probably also, it's kind of really sitting on the palate, covering. I do think the vinegar like really comes up and out. The heat almost seems a little muted.
Yeah.
But you're getting the tartness of the wing. But you cannot deny the heat on the lip, actually. Like, your taste buds may not taste something, but your lips will never lie to you.
Right. Yeah, and kind of what lingers there.
So there's three kind of basic tenets of beer pairing, according to Beer Pairing book.
I'm taking it in the next one, by the way.
And it's complementary, contrast, and cutting. So complementary is how does a food and a beer kind of maybe combine forces on flavors. Contrast is kind of like how do they clash, and one maybe accentuates the other. And then the cutting, I think, is the idea of like acidity, bitterness, dryness. This is something that can cut a food. I might have been in a little trash talking mode when I said they're not spicy. It is the strangest thing. They are very sensorily spicy, not necessarily like taste bud, but...
Well, and you know what? The proverbial flavorful.
I will say before we move on, my last sip of the two kind of brought out this like pillowy, almost like lemon meringue thing from the beer that I'm sure is there, but maybe the bitterness of the hops kind of like balances or hides it. In this case, we're kind of taking the bitterness out almost. So, speaking of bitter, Victory Prima Pils from Downingtown, Pennsylvania, near Philadelphia. So a little more bitter, way more crisp and dry.
I actually need a napkin. To wipe
Do you
my
need a
face.
napkin for your?
Yeah. I can't do it with this. Yeah.
So the idea here is now we're talking
go
crisper and drier, a little of that minerality.
Definitely. And I was gonna say it's
And now we're gonna put it on the wing.
and it's not without sweetness. I was gonna before taking that first sip, I was gonna say, Chip, this is gonna be not as sweet as your typical unfiltered wheat beer, which always has an element of sweetness, especially with the yeast character going on there. But this has more sweetness than I expected. But also, it seems like a sharper, hoppy bite in the finish.
Yes.
Not intense, but noticeable compared to the Boulevard Wheat.
I feel like when you have both kind of in a unified bite here, and I was warned this about like bringing an IPA or double IPA into this tasting, like that is kind of, I mean, if it's your thing, it's your thing. But spicy food and IPAs, they seem like a clear complement, but they also seem like they could basically not let anything else in the door. Whereas this is kind of in that area, but thankfully that malty sweetness is there. But I do feel like the wing made the beer more bitter, more spicy.
I wasn't expecting that because I've never been a fan of spicy food and really bitter IPAs. To me, they tend to fight with each other, or I think more accurately, it seems to me it just adds fuel to the fire.
Right. It's burn on burn, right?
Burn on burn.
A little bit.
And one thing I noticed in the wine world, having a really acidic, citrusy New Zealand Sauvignon Blanc with spicy Thai food.
Yeah.
Bad idea, jeans, man. Right, get that reference.
Man, bad idea jeans. I remember them.
Yeah.
I mean, I remember seeing them.
Shout out to Tito's for providing their hand cleansers.
So I would say out of these two, having this like seems like such a classic pairing, but I don't know that I like it more than the first. This seems like I'm drinking a beer on the couch. I'm eating wings on the couch. Boom, boom, boom. What kind of beer are you most likely drinking? Most of America. Something closer to this. I feel like at least out of these two, I appreciate the softening. I feel like having this made me want to go back and bite another piece of wing. The bitterish pills makes me think, I still have wing in my mouth. I'm good.
Chip?
But it lingers.
I agree with you 100%.
It's nice.
And that was absolutely not what I was expecting. Comparing the two, I prefer the Boulevard Wheat to to this Pilsner.
Which is to say maybe a hazy
batch
IPA where the bitterness is low. There is this body. There's kind of this cloudiness. Maybe that, and plus the fruitiness on top of whatever kind of flavors you're getting.
Sherman Hefeweizen, the original hazy IPA. I'll take that one to my grave.
So we come to our third beer, the beer from the home state of who should be the NFL champions.
Skol Vikings!
Skol, boo boo! So Summit's Great Northern Porter. This is the beer that we've both been like, I don't know how this is going to go. So we have this umami, spicy, hot kind of vinegary wing with Cheers. You know, Great Northern Porter is no
St.
slouch.
Paul.
It's like
what a classic version of what porter is.
Right.
Yeah.
Of a nice, I wouldn't call it a robust porter as a style, but it is a robust porter.
Yeah.
It's roasty, it's
a porter. It doesn't delve into the stout category.
Right.
And it's all the flavor characteristics that should be in a porter.
And Mark Stoutrud in the Summit, it was one of the first beers they were brewed. It kind of was like
in America. This was second to EPA.
And people, I'm sure, here were like, "What are you doing?
What? Yeah.
What? Why are your two flagship beers like English styles that no one's asking for?" So anyway, we basically, God, it almost tastes like chocolate milk now that we've gone through like this bitter beer and this kind of like tart vinegary wing.
And this was going into this. This was another football playoff reference. This was kind of the wild card. We want a local beer, but also something off the beaten path that was gonna, surprise us one way or another.
Man, you know what? I ain't hating. Again, because of what these wings and this most recent beer kind of did to the palate.
Mm-hmm.
This almost like comes off like a session pastry stout, doesn't it? Taste like just so. It definitely tastes richer than I know the beer is, and it tastes way more sweet and chocolatey.
Because these natural characteristics of the porter are really being accentuated.
Except for the bitterness.
Except for the bitterness. Chip, I gotta say, honestly, going into this, I thought the two of these would be horrible. And it's absolutely not. That seems to me it works. And I thought it'd be like putting chocolate on pizza or something. Two things I love to eat, but just don't put them together.
It could be the sub-zero temperatures outside talking too, but it's like
Right.
something about my eyes wants that beer as well. Regardless of what it's being paired with. That is fun. Are we going to make big game predictions based on whose beer pairs best with some buffalo wings?
I think we are. We're going to go there.
Man, you come back to the wheat, now it almost is like just kind of hidden by all of the things. We've done bitter, now we've done roasty, we've had heat and tart the whole time. It seems so innocuous.
Yeah, I agree. But yet, it still has this refreshing, I'm washing things down quality.
We probably could have done a more responsible thing and had like some water and some crackers.
We've never done that.
To like ground ourselves.
We're, that'd be off-brand for us, though.
There's a little banana and lemon in there. You know, I know it's not a Hefeweizen, but it's got
It's going to have those elements.
those low notes of banana. The takeaway is if you're eating something with a lot of character, I would say bitterness, even though it's really acidity, it's going to make a lot of things taste almost sweet, almost dessert. Like both of these feel dessert-like. If you're out for a beer that like stands up against that flavor, I would say something like this German-style Pils. Like they definitely, they do battle. They go head to head.
Yeah,
right at the line of scrimmage, son. Yeah, I don't know if I could pick a favorite. I think they're all three very unique.
Yeah, I think all three of them work.
Yeah.
All three of them work.
Surprised by this one. Almost kind of like it because it's very. All of a sudden, we're getting like a dessert beer out of a beer that's not usually doesn't drink that way. This one's just nice, calm, collected.
Yep.
A little fruity. A lot of fruity, actually. Nice coating body. And this one just kind of tastes like football, mate.
Tastes like football. I can say the Boulevard Unfiltered Wheat.
Okay.
I just like that refreshing quality. It's interesting. And going into this, I thought, well, clearly, Pilsner and buffalo wings and what's going on there. Oh my God, absolutely. This is, peanut butter and jelly. But no, upon further review, God, we're on a roll with that stuff.
Bam.
I just like that light, dare I say neutral, but in a positive way of how it's just palate cleansing sort of thing.
Yeah.
And it's something really good to wash down the meat and the spice.
I kind of have to almost go to the Prima Pils because it just it has that game day vibe. There's something about it, like you don't have to think about it. It's on TV. You're just chilling. It makes sense. I would say out of the two that were more unexpected, I actually probably liked the porter.
Okay.
It almost gave me this like roasty, yet almost maybe like caramelized sweetness to it.
Yeah.
That I enjoyed. That I did not expect.
Exactly.
When we said we got to do a dark one just for the hell of it, I was like,
okay.
All right.
Right, and it's a great learning experience for both of us. It's not what we expected.
Dare I touch your saucy glove?
Saucy glove. That stays with me.
All right. If you've got a favorite wing pairing, if you like wing content, we're always happy to come to the basement and eat more wings and figure out what pairs with what.
Aren't chicken wings like bacon? It's like everyone just loves it. I don't know. Maybe it's just me.
I love it. No,
this is just my.
I'm just being diplomatic in the fact that I know not everybody loves bacon.
Okay.
But yes, I do feel like. I mean, I sing chicken wing songs like all morning. It's like. Since my wife and I got married 15 years ago, she's like, man, you sing a lot of random songs about chicken wings. Just be in the kitchen freestyling about chicken wings.
I didn't know you did that.
Yeah, man. chicken wings, chicken wings. I didn't write this one.
Okay.
Hot dogs and bologna, chicken and macaroni, chilling with my homies.
Yeah.
Do you know that one?
No, but I like it.
Yeah.
Uh,
It's on the internet. All right, y'all. Chop for chop, brew for brew. Fitty.
Brew for brew.
Cheers.
Oh, yeah. Cheers that. I still got some meat on the bone here. Yeah, buddy.
Are you gonna eat it?
Happy big game, everyone.
Happy big game day.
And, well, I have a clear winner. Mine's from Kansas City.
Mine must be from St. Paul, so.
Yeah.
Go
In our-
Chiefs.
in
Go
our
Eagles.
hearts.
Go everybody. Go ad dollars.
Yeah, exactly. Go commercialism.
I didn't know we were getting into. I mean, I knew you
just-
wouldn't steer me wrong.
Yeah. Just so immensely eatable. You know?
First rule of wings: make them eatable. Also known as edible.
Edible. Well, now that the law has changed, that word has a different connotation.
That's true. Now you might have to say eatable, unless it's like THC infused.